So today we're going to start doing our Dreamweaver project and adding all the information that we wrote in our personal brand slideshow that you turned in. And it's not going to be too difficult, much easier than when we hand wrote all of our code, all of our HTML and CSS. What's going to be is a 4-page website, 4 pages of HTML, and then 1 page of CSS that is styling all 4 of those pages at once. So the first thing I want us to do is open up our drive. So you'll go into your personal drive. If you don't see it, you probably have to go into this PC, where you see your name, go to Tech Apps. Then we're going to make a new folder. So go to some white space, right click on it, new folder. I'm going to name this folder Website 2018 because I did one last year and I just want to make sure that I don't have another one with the same name. Hit enter, so that's ready to go. It's empty. Then we're going to open up Dreamweaver. So you'll go to the start menu, into the search box, and then start typing Dreamweaver, and then you're going to click on it. And probably the first time you open up Dreamweaver, it might ask you what kind of language you want to select, what kind of programming language, and you're just going to go ahead and select all. But if you mess that up, it's not a huge deal. And then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new Dreamweaver site. So we're going to click on it. Then you click on this little icon to the right where we're going to show where we're going to save it. And we want to save it inside of our folder we just created. So make sure you click on the one you created and then hit select. And then I'm going to name it Personal Brand Website and save. And then, so you'll see here we have under local files, we have our site started. Now the first thing we're going to do, or the next thing we're going to do, is we're going to use a template. It's going to make things a lot easier for us. We're not going to have to do that much coding. So to get there, we're going to go to under Create New, we're going to click More. And under HTML is what we're doing. You can see that there's different templates you can use. The one we're going to use is called 2-column fixed, left sidebar, header, and footer. All of our navigation is going to go on the left side. All of our content and pictures is going to go on the right side. Then we're going to have a header with our icon and maybe some other information, and then a footer at the bottom. Then we're going to go to doc type. We're going to make sure it says HTML5. Then we're going to go to Layout CSS. We want to make sure it says Create New File. That means we want to create one that we're going to style ourselves. We're going to click it, and when we hit Create, it's going to ask us where we want to save it. I'm going to leave it the same spot. It's being saved in the correct file, and then I'm going to hit Save. Now if I go back and look inside my folder I made, then you'll see the new CSS file. And we'll see that we have a nice template here that we can go ahead and work with quite a bit of information. So, but the first thing I want to do is I want to save all my HTML files. So the first thing we're going to do, File, Save As. Make sure it's saving inside of that folder we made it. And the first one is called About Me. So I'm going to do About Me. It's saved. I'll save the next one, File, Save As. The next one will be about my passions, or I'm passionate about, so I'm going to type passions. Next one will be File, Save As. And the third one was I hope to, so I'm going to name that one Hopes. Finally again, File, Save As. And if you remember, the last one we did was called When I Grow Up, so I'm going to name it Grow Up. Grown Up. It's up to you. So now if I go into my folder, I have 4 HTML files and 1 CSS file. And you can see that if you look here, this is an HTML document and a cascading style sheet document. So that's pretty much it as far as to get it set up, to get started. The next part will be whenever we start putting our information in. So like About Me, I can just go ahead and grab this information. Make sure you did spell check on this because some of you guys had a few typos and whatnot, but go ahead and copy it after you've done that. And then I can go ahead and delete and paste this in. I have some bold going on, so I'm going to highlight it and get rid of the bold. And then I would go ahead and go in here and just name this about me. And we would do that for each one of them. Actually, I put that in the wrong one. But you guys get the point. So we're going to go ahead and put all of our information into each file we created and make sure they're in the correct one. Let's see if I can get it correct. It's showing up bold, but you get the point. And you just go ahead and select everything else that you don't want and make sure it's correct at the top. And then finally, you're going to save everything.